It seems like every other day there's a new personal camcorder out there. From simple life logging cameras to GoPro wannabe action cams, manufacturers see a big market filled with opportunities. Now add HTC to the mix. That's right, HTC, the mobile phone giant. Its camera takes a break from the world of phones and tablets to offer a twist on the action cam market, using a more periscope design rather than a typical box. It's called the HTC Re. Upon first glance, the periscope-shaped design can be compared to an upside-down asthma inhaler or a right-angled flashlight. Adding some uniqueness to the action cam market, the HTC Re is designed so you can stop watching and recording live through your smartphone screen and get in on the experience instead by simply pointing the Re at what you want to film, without worrying about framing. Priced around the $130 mark, less if you shop around, there are cheaper alternatives available. So what makes the HTC Re stand out from the crowd? Available in several colors and wrapped in a unique cylinder-type package, the top lid twists away to reveal the HTC Re camera itself. Further within the package, users receive a wrist strap, a micro USB to USB cable for charging and data transfer, and a small user guide. Just under 4 inches in height and an inch in diameter, the HTC Re is covered in a shiny plastic exterior finish, prone to fingerprints and surface marks. HTC correctly market the Re as a companion camera rather than an action camera, since it's not tough or rugged enough and isn't a natural fit for helmet mounting, for example, although it fits nicely in the hand as a walkabout camera instead. Though the body is certainly compact, the large lens is tough to miss, an ultra-wide f2.8 lens with a 146-degree angle field of view, hiding a 16-megapixel Sony-made CMOS sensor. The vertical tube that bends down from the lens barrel provides users with something easy and stable to hold onto for one-handed shooting, though the plastic can get slippery after some use. A small microphone pinhole is located at the very top, while the user's thumb falls naturally on the bend where there is a big shutter release and record button. A single press captures a 16-megapixel photo, or press and hold for a second and it starts recording video at 1080p or 720p resolution at 30 frames per second. A red status light shines through the button's surface and blinks when recording. A second recording light is on the front along with a speaker hole, since the camera emits a beep when you start and stop a recording or take a photo. Another button just under the lens switches from recording regular video into a slow motion mode, capturing 720p video at 96 frames per second. Press and hold the button to activate, shown by a blue LED, then just press the record button as usual. A sealed cover on the bottom of the unit hides the micro SD memory card slot. An 8GB card is included, although the Re does support cards up to 128GB in capacity. There's also a micro USB port for charging and data transfer, along with a standard 1/4-inch tripod thread for attaching to accessories or tripods. Note the included attachment can be used to secure the wrist strap to the device, as well as create a more waterproof unit. However peculiar it looks, the design works well for picking it up, pointing and shooting. The body is also waterproof to 1 meter for up to 30 minutes, not useful for diving, but great when out capturing a thunderstorm or when splashing around the pool. Perhaps the coolest part about the Re's design is what's missing though, a power button. The body has capacitive touch sensors built into it, so the camera turns on as soon as you pick it up. And really that's one of the biggest advantages to grabbing the Re instead of a smartphone. There's no unlocking or launching of apps. You just pick it up and press the shutter button. If you want to see what you're shooting though, you can wirelessly connect the Re to your smartphone using the built-in wireless with an assist from Bluetooth. The free-to-download Re app, available on Android as well as iOS devices, provides the ability to use a smartphone as a viewfinder, view your footage and photos, control the camera and adjust its settings. Since there isn't a Wi-Fi button on the Re like you'd find on other action cameras, the connection is initially made via Bluetooth through the app. Once the app recognizes the Re, you're asked to connect to its Wi-Fi. Once connected, you can control the camera using a handy live view, as well as remotely start and stop recordings or snap photos. The live view itself is relatively lag-free and almost instantaneous, perfect for shooting while you record. Viewing and downloading images or video is easy too, allowing the ability to share and edit from the smartphone itself straight to social media sites. Changing camera settings is refreshingly simple, while an added time-lapse mode can be activated in order to take a series of photos over a period of time, which it uses to create a movie. In general, the Wi-Fi experience is good and relatively lag-free, but don't expect it to be completely frustration-free. It seemed especially temperamental in areas with tons of wireless network traffic, whereas out in an open area like a park, the connection is rather stable. Performance-wise, the camera is ready to go once you pick it up. Images are generally good, comparable to what you would get from a standard pocket point-and-shoot camera or mid-range smartphone. Images contain decent coloring and good levels of fairly sharp detail, but saying that, there's none of the warmth of the iPhone or detail of the Galaxy Note 4. Nevertheless, the photos are fine for sharing online or even making small prints. Likewise, video quality is okay. Bear in mind YouTube compression plays a part in these samples, but the quality isn't bad, although still not as detailed as I would have liked, and colors look a bit soft and washed out. Still images are actually a little better than video. I also noticed some slight hiccups in the video, and noise is evident. While it does have electronic image stabilization, it's not terribly effective. Under heavy camera shake or vibration, video does look jello-y, and watching it might make you a little queasy. It'll handle walking okay, but for the most part you'll want to keep it as steady as possible. Colors are a little flat and not the super saturated look you might expect from this type of camera. While white balance was good, particularly under incandescent and fluorescent lighting, moving the camera around might result in some color shifting. The same goes for exposure. When using the slow motion feature, while it does a pretty decent job in slowing down footage as it's being shot, notice the rather substantial drop in video quality. Those looking at the slow-mo functionality need to bear in mind this really isn't a feature that's truly useful for anything other than social media, although slow motion mode does produce some relatively fluid results that are rather pleasing when shot with plenty of natural light. When it comes to low light, as with any camera of this size, both videos and photos are noticeably more noisy. Colors are murky, and users will need to take care with camera movement, although that's part of the package when it comes to using small sensors. Images are still usable, and the camera makes use of the light available rather well, although the same can't be said for video, where results are much darker and noisier throughout. The final mode, time-lapse, performs as expected. Unfortunately, it can only be activated through the app, but the camera shoots and saves each individual image as normal, and then also produces a video file, stitching all images together for you. Users will be lucky to achieve 2 hours from the 820 mAh non-replaceable battery, and in my testing, which consisted of a mix of video and photos, I achieved around 1.5 hours. Not too bad when considered against its rivals, although since the battery is built in, it's probably best to pair it with a portable USB charger. The HTC Re is a fun-to-use unit, as long as you don't expect too much out of it. It's certainly not a primary video capture device, but as a live logging camera it does the job. Photo quality is good and video is okay, but it stands out from the crowd with its unique and effective design. However, the competition in the action camera market is fierce. Alternatives producing very similar, if not better results are already available, such as the Polaroid Cube or even the higher quality GoPro Hero, to name just a few. The price just doesn't seem to justify the end product with this regard. In addition, the Re is designed to work as a standalone product, but I found myself using it with a smartphone more often than not, which raises the question, why not just ditch the Re and shoot with the smartphone in the first instance? Although the Re does have that added waterproofing, perfect for shooting in and around the pool. The funky design breaks away from other action cameras with its unique periscope shape. It's comfortable to hold and use and made for handheld shooting rather than mounting, even though you'll find yourself hitting that large shutter button unintentionally from time to time. As mini camcorders go, it's a good entry into a very crowded market. HTC is certainly onto something, but it needs further work on the overall output quality in its next attempt.